Yeah, so second house. Sagittarius wants you to value and expand your horizon. And of course, you're going to have many things to value. Make sure you're valuing something that's benefiting you. And of course, putting you into a situation where it can expand you and not basically bring you down. But of course, this is your mother. Or your father is going to be in the 8th house, which you should be basically be doing things behind the scenes, hidden. This is where, like, your father wants you to basically be behind closed doors. Your father wants you to basically not tell everybody or expose everything, especially when it comes to valuing things. This should be like a stay down until you come up situation. And of course, you always in this situation of basically ghosting individuals or motherfuckers. So get used to this. 3rd house. Sagittarius, I'm bugging. 3rd house. Sagittarius in the 3rd house. Yeah, also, if you got, wherever you got Mars at, because the 2nd house, this is Scorpio right here. This is just, the other side should be Scorpio. So basically, the 2nd house is a Scorpio ascendant. So valuing the other side of that perspective would basically be the other coin. But anyways, Sagittarius in the 3rd house, it wants you to expand when it comes to your environments. It wants you to expand when it comes to your friends and things that matter. So your friends can be basically holding you back during this time. Situations and people, places, and things in your surroundings can be holding you back. So this new moon in Sagittarius is basically bringing a new eclipse, a new solar eclipse, where you can basically expand and get the fuck up out of that situation, aka your environment. Your environment needs to basically go above the waters. Your environment needs to basically be detached during this time. You feel me? And of course, it's going to put you into a situation where you may talk a lot, communicate a lot, be open to a whole many spectrums and coins. Make sure you're looking at the bigger picture when it comes to the other side. And the other side will basically be your 9th house, the bigger picture. AKA, this is putting you into a situation of, yeah, your environment is cool, but make sure you're basically bringing balance and equilibrium when it comes to looking at the bigger picture and not basically putting your mind frame towards other things or doing too many things too many times. Feel me? It's going to fuck you up. Also, you're going to experience a full moon circumstance situation in this position, especially throughout the whole year. So, with that being said, if you're playing good seeds, you're going to be able to actually have something going for yourself when it comes to your 4th house in the Capricorn next year, next month. So, yeah. Also, try to, like, find balance and equilibrium when it comes to people, places, things you relate to. But, yeah, you're going to be very opposite during this year with this house. Now, 4th house. 4th house. So, Sagittarius in the 4th house. This is putting you into a circumstance situation where this is going to be misunderstandings. Your life, your personality is going to be misunderstood. But this is also going to basically help you, though, because you're going to be all over the place. You might be very indecisive on what you're trying to do, the areas and shit. Sagittarius wants you to basically be more loving, nurturing, and caring towards home, family, and of course, private matters. I want you to care about these things, also these morals. Feel me? Love in general may have been distant, but see, Sagittarius kind of loves being in this house, so it loves to be free in this area too. Free in the way of loving, nurturing, and of course, receiving. And things have been very different in this area too. You may basically worry a lot about home, family, and that matters too. But Sagittarius wants you to expand, though. I want you to get out of that situation. And also, what's going to help you is the 10th house. Your 10th house is going to basically help you. Because if you focus on chasing your career, your status, your goals, and your business, it's going to basically take you out the coin of worrying about the wrong things and put you onto a perspective of thinking about the bigger picture and looking at the bigger picture when it comes to your career and, of course, how you expand in that area. This is going to basically help you in that situation, and you'll be all right. Now, I'm going to do the quick rundowns because I forgot about the zodiac signs. See, Taurus is going to be basically going through misunderstandings when it comes to the new changes, old changes, outdated. You're going to go through some misunderstandings. So be ready and prepared for these misunderstandings to basically erupt. But try not to get too deeply rooted. Feel me? Sagittarius wants you to expand and get comfortable with being mutable and changeable when it comes to things you value. Not being fixed. Feel me? You could be fixed when we get into the Aquarius perspective. But right now, you need to be open to new perspectives, new 360s, new horizons. And you'll be all right. Geminis, you guys are going to be going through some opposites right now. Tug of wars when it comes to thinking and communicating logically versus looking at the bigger picture. Feel me? So you're going to be going through opposites and opposing energies. And of course, you're going to be experiencing this all month long until we get into Capricorn season, which will be your quinquins. See, Cancers, you guys are going to be basically receiving optimistic energies, receiving ways where you can basically expand. But of course, it's going to bring misunderstandings because you don't know if you want to basically be safe and secure in one spot or if you want to basically take risks. And of course, you got to basically be open to see things how it play out before you even basically be comfortable in new perspectives. Of course, you don't really like change unless it's catered towards your comfortability. But of course, you don't like change. See, Virgos, you're going to have conflict learning to basically look at the bigger picture and not look too much at the details or worrying about things surface level. You guys are going to have to learn to expand on this time when it comes to how you do things and your health too. Look at the bigger picture on this sign, you'll be all right. Also, if you have Sagittarius in the 5th house, I'll skip Leo. I'm going to get to you guys. If you have Sagittarius in the 5th house, see, Sagittarius wants you to expand your creativity. I want you to expand how you do things. They don't want you to get lost into your old way of basically looking at your creativity or your hobbies and things that matter. I want you to expand and basically keep pushing forward. I want you to you're going to overindulge in this area. You're going to have the gift too. I mean, these gifts is going to come to you. So you're going to have the gift. Try not to get lazy on your gift. Try to stay fixed and focused on your vision. And you'll be out in this collision. And it won't be a situation where you're having problems and stuff for that matter. What's going to basically better help you is coming down on earth and associating yourself with individuals when it comes to your 11th house. The public, and of course, associates, or how you associate yourself to the world or to the social medias and things that matter. This is going to basically help you in this area where you can find balance and bring that equilibrium scale on how you relate to individuals and basically put yourself out there in the openness. So also, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendancy. You guys are going to have the gift to see new visions. And of course, come up with new ways to how to play out the mutable energies and not get stuck into a routine, seeing your own visions and being fixed and stuck in that area. See, 6th house. 6th house. You have Sagittarius in the 6th house. Sagittarius don't want you to basically get lost into your work routine, your health, or how you do things on a day-to-day basis. I want you to expand your routine. I want you to look at the luck. I want you to look at the optimistic perspectives when it comes to your routines, your hobbies, and things that you attain to on a day-to-day basis. See, in this situation right here, it's going to bring conflicts because you need to learn how to expand on this area. You need to learn how to put yourself into a situation. So you're going to have a lot of conflict with this new moon situation. But what you need to basically do is put yourself into a predicament where you can basically get above the horizons and not put yourself into that perspective. See, I kind of like got this trait even with the 7th house because y'all already basically going through some opposites right now when you're talking about this shit. So in this situation, what you need to basically do, come up with a new way of dealing with your routine, dealing with your health, dealing how you deal with things, and of course how you help individuals. Come up with new ways on how to do that. You're going to be out in this situation. And what's going to help you is your dreams, your imagination, your fantasies, which are going to be in the 12th house. You feel me? Which is Pisces. So use a little bit of that Neptune and Pisces energies. We'll find out where you got Neptune at, and of course collide that where you have Sagittarius at, and of course it's going to basically help you out. Your father going to be there to help you out. Now, if you have Sagittarius in the 7th house, you're going to be basically going through opposites right now. You're going to be receiving this, or you're going to be pushing off opposite energies. You're going to be opposing towards individuals. You may have to basically get into a situation that have to opposing past circumstances, past situations when it comes to relationships, and past people, places, and things may basically start popping up and shit like that. You may have to oppose against these motherfuckers, or they may basically oppose against you. But with the Sagittarius right here, it wants you to basically come up with new ways to expand how you relate to a circumstance, a situation, a person, a place, or a thing. Come up with a new way on how to relate to individuals. And of course, find balance and equilibrium in this area too. Because you can over extreme. You can put yourself into a situation being all over the place. With everyone, everything and shit. Too optimistic, too abundantly, too giving. Try to find balance in this area. Also, put yourself into a situation of getting more selfish sometimes. You might have to get a little bit selfish for me. Or individuals might get selfish on you during this time too. It can play out. But you got to get a little bit more selfish in this motherfucker. For me, being that you have in that 7th house, try to get more selfish in this area. For me, try to be selfish and you'll be all right. Your father wants you to be selfish. Your mother wants you to relate. But of course, you gotta find that balance. Now, if you got this in the 8th house, 8th house get real spooky in this area too. Especially if you got Sagittarius here. This is getting real deep and real personal when it comes to your privacies and your desires and shit like that. Feel me? You're going to basically begin dealing with situations where you're going to be seeing the other side of going here, going to that door, or that door. Just like that movie Monster House, when they had this door, that door, you're going to be basically going through that situation right now. It's going to be very chaotic in this situation. But what you should basically be doing is transforming. And of course, coming up with a new way to expand your desires. Expand the things that you basically are interested in. Expand the things that you basically want to attain to. So you're gonna be basically going through some changes in these areas too, which when it comes to your desires. So be ready for change and be ready to basically go above areas, go above streams, and of course get the right stream brings so you can have the right growth. Because of course you can get too stuck and too rooted into your desires, and of course stuck into the area. Try not to get too stuck in that area. Try to like use a little bit more of that second house energies, which would basically be predicated towards building things. So you need to get more rooted in towards building things, building your desires, and building something that you're working on. Of course, using a little bit more grounding basis, more practicality. And of course, practice makes perfect. So of course, you got the right practice methods. You'll be at in this situation, and this won't basically judge your desires and shit. And you'll be at. Also, if you have Sagittarius in the 9th house, see Sagittarius wants you to basically, so you're gonna have the gift right here. You're going to have a gift to expand and go above the horizons and climb the ladders. Also, this is going to basically put you into a circumstance situation where you're going to be basically catering towards new horizons. And of course, things that was previously here, you're going to be basically wanting to get away from these things. But what's going to basically help you in this area is if you try to get more involved with your environment, more involved with the little things, and of course looking at the details on things and trying to analyze your environment or your surroundings or your associates and shit. Try to like look at that perspective. Try not to always basically leave the house or leave the coin and leave the spectrum. Feel me? Just look at the basic terminologies and you'll be out in this area. Also, if you have Sagittarius in the 10th house, see Sagittarius wants you to basically expand right now, feel me? When it comes to your Sagittarius wants you to expand when it comes to your status and how you're seen into the world and how you're putting yourself out there into the public. It don't want you to get deeply rooted into one area of basically doing things. It wants you to basically get out your comfort zone. I want you to do other things. I want you to try other things right now. Try new ways of basically being seen into the world, and of course putting yourself into that situation. Basically getting up out of it, finding like a new career, finding a new work ethic, a new business, a new goal, a new perspective on how you're being seen. And what's going to basically help you is focusing on what you have already, putting yourself into a comfortable situation, of course, realizing that you ain't got to always leave the nest, but you can use your home. You can use things that's in your surroundings to basically psych things up, to basically get things working for you. You ain't got to always leave the home. Basically, be comfortable with what you have, because everybody ain't got it. So, yeah. 11th house. I want you to expand your associates, how you associate yourself, and of course, the unknown. Discover more about the unknown. Put yourself out there, and of course, be open and be suitable to the different ways of doing things. But try not to be too fixed and too stuck towards your associates, or basically them taking places or taking your taking the stage on you. Try to get more selfish. Try to get more flamboyant. Try to get more creative in this area. You'll be more talented. You'll be able to actually have a stage. And you won't have to basically be in a situation of needing a ride or needing assistance from your associates and shit. So, I mean, they'll look at you like, oh shit, you got it together. We ain't got to basically worry about you. So yeah, put yourself into that situation. Of course, you're gonna have opportunities to basically take actions. Also, last but not least, 12th house. This is going to put you into a situation where you're going to be in la-la land when it comes to your dreams, your imagination, of course, how you do things. You can be basically stuck into one area, looking at things and seeing things and, of course, perceiving things. But, of course, it's going to be some ups and downs. Focus on your dreams, your imagination. Of course, you need a practical plan. You need to basically be consistent. Of course, you need to get some rest. And, of course, a rest will basically help you have a clear mind and not have no fog towards how you do things in the world. Of course, you're going to be going through some transformation, too, when it comes to your dreams and how you're dealing with these things. But of course, if you bring more consistency and practicality And of course, go within yourself. You'll be right.